Hi, I'm Noah Evanoff here at Life Choices Care Center, and here with us we have Joni Roberts. Hi Joni, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Pretty good. So, what is the history of Life Choices Care Center?
Okay, Life Choices Care Center was started actually back in 1997, and it was started by a group of pastors in the community who saw a need for women's resources. And it actually started out as a crisis pregnancy center. So if a young lady thought that she might be pregnant, it was just a safe place for her to go to get a pregnancy test and, get some guidance.
Like kind of keep it private maybe too?
Yes, everything here is completely confidential. So that's the history, but over the years we have evolved. We actually used to be called the Crisis Pregnancy Center. And now it's called Life Choices Care Center because we've evolved from being reactive into being proactive. And what we do now is we want to educate, especially young people. We go into the schools and we teach an abstinence education program, and we offer so many other things, which we can talk about. But again, we don't just deal with the crisis situation.
Like it used to be?
Yeah.
It's a lot more stuff as it came in through over the years. So, okay.
And we can offer a lot more help.
So, but is like the original theme, like the crisis, is that still provided here too, or have you adapted?
Absolutely, because there's always going to be a need for
that
crisis.
Pregnancy test and stuff.
Yeah, there's always going to be a need to handle a crisis situation. That's not going to change, and hopefully. And the numbers have decreased. Actually, teen pregnancy rates are down, way down. And so we'd like to say that we have had a hand in that.
Yeah, that's always good, hearing that go down.
Yeah. So again, there'll always be a need for that crisis situation, but we want to be more proactive.
So so you're just always helping people and stuff with the pregnancy and stuff?
Yeah.
All right, and what is the mission statement of Life Choices Care Center, and what does your organization do to serve the public? We kind of went over that last question, but if there's any more about that.
Oh, there is, and I can explain in a little bit more detail what we offer here in addition to what we already talked about. But our actual vision is to provide compassionate care and education to women and families in the life issues of sexuality, marriage, and the family through life choices counseling, testing for pregnancy and sexually transmitted disease. That's another thing that we offer. Counseling to promote healing of the consequences of choices made in the past, because all choices come with consequences.
Yeah, good or bad.
Yes. And equipping individuals to establish rewarding and uplifting relationships and mentoring for personal and spiritual growth.
Okay, that's pretty long. Can you explain some of that?
Yeah, so in addition to doing pregnancy tests, we offer counseling. So if somebody comes in and they think that they might be pregnant, before we ever even tell them if the test is positive or negative, we ask lots of questions. We get to know the person. We find out what other needs that they might have so that once we find out if they are pregnant or not, we know where to go from there. And sometimes, even if the test is negative, we'll uncover some other needs that we'll be able to help them with. So again, we counsel on all sorts of issues. We also do financial counseling. So we serve a lot of the community who is less fortunate, going through a hard time, single moms that don't have a two-income household, or somebody that's just going through a hard time. They can come in here and we offer material services such as diapers, wipes, baby food, formula, clothes for the baby. So we're here to help with whatever that need is for a mom that is struggling, or a dad for that matter. We have some single dads that come in. You heard me mention STD referrals. STDs are on the rise, and again, we go into the schools and we teach abstinence education in order to be proactive. I'll actually be in your school this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, starting Wednesday. I'll be there for about a week teaching the health classes, and it's a really great program. But again, we want young people to understand the reality of their choices and the consequences that come with that. STDs being a big one, and the STD numbers are huge, and we need them to know that. And so we go in and we teach that. But also, anybody can come in, and if they think that they might have an STD, we We have a good relationship with the Andis Women's Center at the hospital, and so we can send people there to get STD testing, and we pay for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are some of the challenges you face working here?
Well, some of the challenges that we have, I would say first off is awareness. People knowing that we're here and what we do. Part of my job is to go out into the community and get really involved. I'm a member of the Chamber of Commerce. I'm an ambassador for the Chamber. I get to know all sorts of people in the community and do a lot of networking for that. That helps to let people know that we're here. We also communicate with a lot of the other nonprofit organizations in the community in order for them to know what we do, and we get a lot of referrals that way. So I would say that's the biggest challenge, but we're overcoming that. We're working on that. That's one of our biggest goals, is to raise the awareness. I think the other biggest challenge that we have maybe is just a lot of the people that do know that we exist. I think just helping them to understand who we are and what we do here. We are a faith-based organization, so obviously it is our goal to promote life. And in that case, a lot of times people think that we're a radical organization, and that's not the case at all. We're non-judgmental, completely confidential. My goal is anybody that comes in here to make them feel absolutely comfortable. It's just a safe place for them to go. I had a situation not too long ago, just like that, where somebody came in and they were considering abortion. Again, it's not my job to make the decision for her, to tell her what to do. It's my job to let her know that we're here to help and to give her all of the options and help her to understand the consequences of all of those options.
So it's basically, so what you said earlier was like advertisement, would you say? Like getting it out?
Awareness. Community awareness.
All right, and you try to build like personal relationships, it seems like? Like just in case they're not pregnant and you do have any other problems they have?
Yeah, and that seems to work. A lot of times, somebody will come in, think they're pregnant, they're not. Another issue might arise in their life, and they know that there's a safe place for them to go.
That's always good to have. All right, and where can people find information about Life Choices Care Center?
Well, the best place is our website. They can go to www.lifechoicescarecenter.org, and all of our information is there on the website.
All right, and how can people make a donation to Life Choices?
They can actually make a donation through the website. That's the best and easiest way to make a donation.
All right, and I've heard about these bottles. Can you tell us a little bit about those too?
Yes, we do we have a campaign. It's called Baby Bottle Boomerang, and we will go to different churches, organizations, and groups, and we'll pass out these bottles, and basically the organization will take those bottles and they'll fill them up with change, which doesn't sound like much, but when the organization as a whole turns those in, it amounts to quite a bit of money, and that's one of our main fundraisers for the year.
And that is all. Thank you, Joni.
Okay,
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
All right, so can you just show us around a little bit? Where we're at?
And I'll talk to you a little bit about the center.
Alrighty. So
This is our admin area. And so this is where our volunteers typically work. There's somebody here to greet the client when they come in. Again, all of our other volunteers are back here counting change from bottles or bagging diapers or whatever the case might be. We have about 6 consistent volunteers.
So I saw the sign said open at 11, so do they not usually come till 11? Or are you usually the first one here?
Yes, myself or my office manager. We're open Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 11 to 5.
Alrighty. So want to show us a little bit around? Alrighty.
Let's go on through here. Come on here. This is actually what I would call the most important room of the building. This is where we sit and talk and counsel with somebody who is in a crisis situation. They think that they might be pregnant, whatever the case might be. We'll sit here with them and talk through all of their options and help them out.
Are those little gift baskets over there?
Yes, if a young lady finds out that she's pregnant, we like to give her a gift, put something in her hands. So that's a bag for our new moms. We also have blankets in the closet behind you, handmade blankets by some organizations, so we can give them a handmade blanket for their baby.
So more of like a comfort thing?
Yeah.
All right. So why don't we go to that room over there?
Okay. One of the things that I didn't get to mention to you is that we actually get to do ultrasounds. Now, we're not a medical facility, so we make sure that they know that. This is just so that they can see the baby. We also have a Doppler machine, and they can hear the baby's heartbeat. So if you come in here, that's our ultrasound machine. And this is where they can see the baby.
So, although you're not medically licensed, you guys still like have all the equipment and stuff to do that?
Yes. Yeah, we have a Doppler machine, they can hear the heartbeat, and the ultrasound machine so they can hopefully see the baby.
All right. So, and this is the stage where they actually know that they have a baby, correct?
Yeah, so if they find out that they're pregnant, again, we don't just send them on their way. It's usually an ongoing relationship because they'll need help and support throughout the process of their pregnancy. And a lot of times the females that we get in here don't have insurance, and so this is a way for them to have some peace of mind to be able to see the baby ahead of time without actually maybe they haven't been able to get into the doctor yet. We also do, if they don't have insurance, we will refer them to get Medicaid. So we can tell them where to go to get that done.
So are there multiple like appointments you have, or like do you schedule appointments with people then?
Yes, we do. If they call, we try to schedule an appointment, but if somebody comes in and they want an ultrasound and there's somebody here that can do it, which is typically the case, there are a lot of us that are trained, we'll go ahead and do it.
So some of you guys are not trained to do ultrasounds, or is everyone trained, or what?
Just a couple of our volunteers aren't trained to do ultrasounds, and the rest of us are.
Okay, all right. So we can take it to this room over here then?
That is actually just my office manager's office.
Oh.
And we use the closet in there for storage space.
So are there like more blankets in there then?
Diapers, lots of diapers. There's diapers everywhere. There's diapers in all the closets. This is just the restroom, and that's where they would go to take the pregnancy test. So if we want to go on down this way, I can show you to our material services room.
Alrighty, and that'll be straight back, correct?
Yeah, straight back to the left. And this first room that we're going to walk into, this is where we keep all the diapers, the formula, the baby food, all of that stuff. So here we are. And you can just take a look around and see all of the things that we have in here. Again, baby food, formula. We just received a huge shipment from a truck, actually. That'll happen from time to time if a truck will break down on 70, depending on what they're carrying. They need somewhere for it to go. So they call us, and we got all of that baby food last week for that. And again, you can see all the diapers that we have. And if we go on into this room over there, you can see where we keep all of our clothes.
All right, is this like boys and girls clothing then?
It's boys and girls clothes. We have from newborn clothes up to 24 months or 2T. And it's a little bit of a mess right now because we are transitioning from winter clothes to summer clothes.
Okay, so are there like, so do you like, is this like a shopping area? Like, can people just come in here and pick what they want, or do you guys give them an outfit?
Typically they'll come in, and if they say that they need clothes, we ask them for a boy or for a girl, ask them what size, and we'll come back here and, get them 5 or 6 outfits.
Give them like a couple options and stuff?
Yeah.
Alrighty, and what is this room over here? The room that's just right around that corner?
Oh, actually, that's just a back room. It doesn't really serve a purpose right now. We are getting ready to kind of transition it to, we're making this a second entrance.
Oh, really?
We got a new parking lot, and the new parking lot, the purpose of that is so that people can park around back if they're worried about, their vehicle being seen on State Road 9.
Oh,
it's kind of a privacy thing,
okay.
So we're offering them another option. And again, the parking lot was donated, which is huge. And one of the other big things that happened just last year is this building itself was donated to us.
Oh, so you guys didn't have to pay a thing for this building?
No, we've been in this building for several years. It was owned by Dr. Ted Gabrielson.
Yes.
He actually used to do, he used to practice here. And so he let us use the building for several years. And just last year, at the end of the year, he gifted the building to us, which is huge. So we don't owe a thing on it.
That's amazing. Did he give you guys all the ultrasound equipment stuff too?
Everything that we have belongs to us now.
That's awesome. So that'll help a lot with like donations and stuff. Like, you won't have to take anything that you guys, so it makes you like an official non-for-profit now, correct? Because of that? Or?
Well, we were absolutely official,
Yeah.
but we own the building. So that gives us an opportunity if ever we want to if we grow and we want to move or we want to add on or whatever the case might be, we have the freedom to do that. And it'll just help us financially in the future. It gives us security. The last place that we want to look at is actually just the first place that people walk in. This is just the foyer. This is where it's just a comfortable place for them to come in, sit down until someone is able to help them. And a lot of times people will bring their other children. So of course you see that we've got toys and things like that that they can play with. And again, I mean, I think that's pretty much it.
All right, and is that where people can go to get a brochure if they're not?
Yes, yeah, and typically those are just some extra clothes that we have hanging out there so people can see them.
Yeah.
So a mom might see those and say, oh, I could use that. But yeah, there's a ton of information on that brochure rack about the organization, about STDs, about pregnancy, all sorts of issues.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.